What do you think? Come on. You can have an opinion, and I'm not going to bite your head off if it differs from mine. Because I am just out here trying to do a number of things, but maybe chief among them is protect and love my neighbor, do for them what I'd want done for me.
I think that a woman has the right to choose what occurs with her body, and it's nobody else's decision.
You said what, her and her body?
A woman has the right to choose what occurs with her body, and I don't
Yeah.
think that it should be anybody else's decision.
So what if the body inside her body is a female?
Ultimately, the owning body is going to make the decision. And
So you believe humans can own other humans?
as a black person,
Yeah.
no, that's definitely not my answer to that question. Would not be yes.
What did you just say?
I believe that as a woman,
You
that the bundle of cells in my stomach, prior to having actual
Right.
feeling and nerve receptors,
Yeah.
is not entitled to the same rights that I am.
Okay, so when one human being, whole class of human beings, get classified as not entitled to the same rights as you don't find that problematic?
I don't find it problematic when they don't even have nerve receptors to feel or understand what's
When do you
occurring.
think we get nerve receptors, by the way?
I think honestly, what did they say, that 3 month mark is when, not even 3 months, it's a little bit sooner than that.
Oh yeah,
When humans are
your
truly-
nervous system begins, it's there, and
Information, absolutely.
yeah, so you have a nervous system. It's basically there, and then it needs to develop around 9 weeks, and you just grow from 9 weeks on.
Okay,
So your nervous system does come together following the genetic program in your DNA inside the womb.
so when I'm referring to receptors in a general sense, I'm referring
Hmm.
more to, can I feel what is occurring?
Right.
Is there pain? Just like if
Yeah,
if these
I'm following
children
you.
are being removed from the womb,
So if it's
they are not
painful,
being.
so if it's
not
painful, it's wrong. Is murder okay if it's not painful?
I'm
Like you
So
chloroform
we
someone,
can't mass generalize. That's what we can't
right?
do. So
Well, that's what
ultimately,
I'm trying not
if
to
I
do.
walk up to somebody and I stab them in their stomach, I cannot say, well, it's my choice.
What if you gave them strong anesthesia first?
It's not my right
They don't feel
to
pain.
take your adult life as
So you
as I
believe
see
that,
fit.
so the class of human beings that you believe can be owned, oppressed,
I said
and
no to
destroyed.
both of those things.
You
I
said the
stated
body
that, especially
inside
as
the
a black
body
person,
is
you
your
gotta
own.
be clear, I do not believe that you should
We're both
own.
people. Let's not make it about the color of our
It
skin.
is. It is, because there's different levels of discrimination that comes with different classes of people. So ultimately, my experience will always be different than yours. I have
Okay.
a uterus. You do not, that I know of. I am black.
I do not have a uterus.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. I have a uterus. I'm a female.
So you're just self-identifying in order to be in this
Nah, I'm just
conversation with me?
no. I'm just saying. It's just you said, as far as I know.
Oh, because I'm trying to be as inclusive as possible in my conversation.
You 100% know I don't have a uterus.
No, I can't 100% know that. I have a little brother who's trans.
Are you-
and if
are
look
you-
at him, you would absolutely
Are you
not
at
know.
college here? Is this your
No,
college?
I'm actually a staff.
Your staff?
Yeah, most definitely, I'm staff. Yeah.
And you think that I could just have a uterus if I wanted it?
No, that's not at all what I said. I said that I cannot look at you and determine what it is that you have inside your body. That's what I said.
And you got a job at a college?
Are you a student? You look a little old yourself.
I'm old.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
an old
so-
person. I'm not a
so-
student. I was a student for a long, long time.
Yeah, me too.
But never in my wildest dream would I think you could get a job at a university and look at me and not be sure if I'm just not trying to be mean, but I'm 100% sure that you 100% know from looking at me that I do not have a uterus. And you don't have to pretend just so you're not canceled or whatever.
No, actually, it's a very personal matter to me because I have a younger sibling who identifies as trans, and looking at him.
What
you
are they
would never
trans
know.
from?
From female to male. Looking at him, you
So
would never
do they
know
no longer have a uterus?
that- No, he still very much has his
They
uterus.
they still are a female?
Okay, so what I'm not going to do is have a conversation regarding a topic that I am not experiencing individually.
Yeah.
This is something that I can
Okay.
speak about because I have a uterus. But other people's
Right.
decision, that's the issue, is that we get too
What if I just said I've been in a uterus? Or what if I said I'm a human being, and like those other human beings, I believe that they're made in the image of God?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
He's just filming. He must have a YouTube channel or something. I don't know.
If people don't know me, people know me.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I know them.
Oh, you know them?
I know them.
I
Oh,
don't.
you annoy them. Yeah.
He's a professional troll.
Oh.
Self-admitted. He's here to annoy us.
Oh, here. You want he'll be posting something with this probably, so you'll just see the opposite.
Yeah.
And I've seen.
I'm not
I've seen
gonna.
it work.
I'm not gonna change it anyway. I don't want you to be offended by the fact that whenever you said that the mother owned the
He doesn't
body.
have my permission to post anything on with regards to my image, just so that you have that on your camera.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. Is North Carolina?
This is not my face, not my image.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on camera right now. There's cameras all over this campus. You know?
Not as many as you think, but
I'm not the only one recording.
Yeah. Yeah. There's. If you're walking around in public, oh look, there's a camera right there.
Oh, is she the one that's dyslexic?
Are you-
Trying to attack
You
you?
said
Oh, I mentioned something on one of the reels,
Hey.
and the reason I was giving was because the guy that put it together was dyslexic, so I wanted to just converse with him. Not to be a dick or anything. I just don't remember his name. I remember
Yeah.
the conversation.
But you're with the group that's trying to.
No, I'm by myself.
Okay, good.
actually.
Okay, good. I think they all went to lunch. But you've done a pretty good job of derailing this conversation. I don't know if that was your intention, but I am seriously.
I actually.
Yeah, it's fine. I just am honestly curious. Whenever you said, I don't know how you phrased it, but was it offensive of me whenever you said, well, that's the woman and she owns what's in her body? And I said, that's disturbing that you think a human can own another human. Was that offensive?
I think that your intention for when you said it, I think it was to be
It was to make you think, oh
I
man.
think that you also looked at me and realized that
Right.
it would likely be a more offensive statement based off the color.
Well, I didn't want it to be offensive, but
You knew exactly what you were doing.
I say it to black people, white people, and everything in between. Because
But
I
you
think
knew.
the body
Because
inside
you're
your
smart,
body,
right?
maybe,
I
I'm
mean, I'm just going to assume that you're an intelligent,
middling.
at least intelligent enough
Yeah.
individual. But to assume that I'm not intelligent enough to work here because I believe that people should have the right to.
Well, no, I was questioning the fact that you looked at me and you didn't make the observation and conclusion that I obviously didn't have a uterus.
Based off the beginning of my statement, I did make that observation, but then I said I do not want you
Yeah.
to be offended.
The
based
programming came in and,
Yeah. It's not programming. It's respect for other people. It's general respect for other people.
well, I'm not saying be disrespectful, but I don't think you can imagine yourself having a uterus and then you have a uterus.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I don't think you can make
I
yourself.
didn't say that one way. or
Yeah,
another.
I think I understand people do trans from what they were born as, and they want to be the opposite gender. I know people do that. I'm not trying to hate on them for doing that, but I do think they shouldn't.
Your language
like-
is absolutely.
What's
very
hateful about it?
discriminatory. When you said that I can't just imagine that I have a uterus. A lot of your language is absolutely discriminatory in nature. Trust me, I'm a pro in picking that up, especially the microaggressive statements, things like that. Things like I'm very, very good at
Yeah.
picking those up.
Do you like
So-
being aggressed?
Do I like being aggressed?
Yeah.
That's a weird statement.
You don't like it, right? No one likes
I
microaggression.
mean, I can be just as aggressive in return,
Yeah.
but that's a very weird statement to me.
It's a
It's a very
question.
weird question to make.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I think some people actually find meaning and value, happiness, and a lot of pride in being victims.
Do you think that I'm one of those individuals?
I asked you if you were.
Now, why would you find comfort in asking me, once again, because I think that you're jumping to a lot of conclusions in your head based off of what I look like,
Okay.
and finding comfort enough to ask me those questions, because I do not think that you would ask that similar line of questioning to somebody who did not look like me.
No, I
Because I'm
literally
nobody's- I'm
do.
nobody's-
The YouTube channel that he's referring to, you can literally.
Oh,
I'm saying the same thing to you that I say to anyone. I don't
So
care
I
what
have
color
a
you are.
question For you. I do have
Yeah.
a question for you. This is just general conversation. I'm not going to
You're good.
get
You're
too
good.
political with it.
You're good.
In the event that a woman is raped,
hmm
you believe that she is not entitled to an abortion to rid
Uh-huh.
herself of something that she did not ask for. Incest, all of these things.
I think a woman who is raped needs to bring that to the authorities, and the rapist needs to be punished severely for the rape.
Oh, they're trying to go straight.
I believe that people should be punished for rape. Yes.
You didn't answer my question.
Okay. Your question is what
She
should?
should have to have that child.
Yeah.
and-
People who are for abortion never bring up punishing the rapist, so I try to make sure that I do.
I'm all for
Okay.
punishing the rapist.
Well, no one ever brings it up on their own.
That's to be. That's,
Right.
We can infer that.
Right,
Rapist
right.
should probably go to prison. I'm talking about the baby that she now has that she didn't ask for.
Yeah. So they
Because
should
are
be
we pro
punished.
rape? What are we talking
No,
about?
we're anti-rape, and we're also
sure?
anti-punishing children to death for the crimes of their
They're
fathers.
not quite children.
What
They're a
are
bundle-
little
they're a
human
bundle-
beings?
they're a bundle of cells.
Let's go.
They
You're a
cannot
bundle of
exist
cells.
outside of my
You're a bundle of
uterus.
cells. We're all bundles of cells.
Nah.
You don't think you're bundles of cells?
So
What do you
if
mean?
I took a child that I conceived yesterday and put it outside of my body, could it then be just a child that lives and thrives?
That would be a human being that dies, because the human that's newly conceived cannot live anywhere except for, yeah, well, I guess you could live in like a petri dish for a little bit, but you'd have to be cryogenically frozen to remain alive. But a human being in the
So
womb
no, is what we're gonna
can
get to.
only live in the womb up to a certain point.
So okay, so
Yeah,
ultimately,
I don't think people
that
have value.
cells cannot survive outside
Right.
of my uterus.
And neither can a 1-year-old.
A 1-year-old is not inside my uterus.
I know a 1-year-old on the concrete here with no one helping it,
That is a.
they're not going to survive very
that is
long.
a living, walking, talking, functioning human being at that point.
Okay, so why
I'm
it,
talking about the bundle of cells
okay.
at the point of conception.
So the human that's in the womb, are they not living?
There's a certain point in time where scientists have deemed that it is now something that is a being, a sentient being.
Conception?
A bundle of cells is
Well, not sentient. You imported sentient. I don't think human beings are valuable because they can feel pain or have a beating heart, are aware of everything. I don't judge people as smarter and less smart. And I think all humans, regardless of everything, if you are a human, if you're in the category human, you are valuable and you deserve equal protection and equal justice under the law.
So here is.
I have the
here's
same
where
view
we
as
can
any
actually
abolitionist at any
I
time.
believe that humans are all should be equally valued as well. But I believe that there's a point in time
When a human becomes a human.
becomes an actual human.
So what is it before it's a human?
It's a bundle of cells.
What kind? What if I said?
non-sentient
What if I just
bundle of
asked you?
cells.
What if I just asked you to consider that a human being undergoing biological development goes through a embryonic stage of development and then a fetal stage of development, and at never at any point do they go from a non-human to a human, but they're always a human developing. Like even whenever you have
Cells are assigned to them to be.
Yeah, so even at puberty, when you have cell division to finish the production of sexual organs in your body, right? Even at puberty, you're still cells undergoing cellular development.
Our cells undergo development every single day of our lives
Right.
until we die.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, and that's why I think it's not a very good basis to fight injustice on level of development. Because if you look at it historically, and I'm not trying to offend you, I'd say this to anyone. They tried to justify a lot of evil things by saying this particular set of people is not as developed. That's anyone who's ever done any massive evil to any group of humans has tried to justify it by saying they are less human.
And you don't think that it's inherently evil to make a woman have a child that
Well,
was
no,
forced on her?
she has a child.
Okay. So
The evil thing is removing the child.
Okay. But
killing
you think
the child.
But you think it's completely okay for her to have that child? A 10-year-old who
No,
was
that
raped by her
you're
uncle.
she
That's okay.
she has the child. If there's a child there, I think they deserve to be loved and protected, even if their life is rough and bad and they were conceived.
Okay.
So there are people out here that were
So you
conceived
said-
and
you said-
raped,
well,
and I
you
think
said
they're as
something-
equally valuable with us.
You said something that I want to get back to. You said that children deserve to be protected, right?
Sure, yeah, all humans.
So I don't know if you're familiar.
Done nothing
with
to
the show-
forfeit
the
their
show
life.
Law and Order SVU. They play this all the time. This is a right.
Yeah.
SVU. There's a little girl. She's menstruating. She's 9 years old. She was raped by her uncle.
Yeah,
Her parents don't believe in abortion, so they force that child to then have another child.
yeah. So
One
that
that can
so
kill
it
her.
so in a
One that can
television program, it actually happens, right?
Yes.
Nine is probably rare, but certainly a lot of 11,
Based
12.
on the hormonal,
Yeah.
no, it's-
I'm not arguing. So I'm saying what I would advocate is loving that child and not punishing them to death. And if the only way to love that child is to put them up for adoption, that's certainly better than abortion.
Which child are you talking about punishing? Because the child who is getting ready to bear the child can die.
Right, they're
Child-
both-
I don't know if you understand
they're both
how
human
violent
beings.
childbirth is, and it's probably because you don't have a uterus.
Well, I've actually delivered a baby, so
From your body? I thought you didn't have a uterus.
no, from my wife's body.
Oh, you delivered somebody else's baby.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the way it works.
Okay, so you're aware of the
Where-
tearing, the way that your organs rearrange.
Yeah.
How women die in childbirth.
Some women have but that doesn't make it okay to kill babies in childbirth.
But it's okay for the host to die, that other child.
Oh, I don't think you should call her a host. She's a human being. She's the mother of a child. It's demeaning to call people hosts.
It's the meaning of a
Truck.
lot of things.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's a dehumanizing thing to call a mother who is with child a host. And it's a scientifically ignorant thing because she's not a host. To be a host, you have to have a parasite. And a parasite cannot be biologically related to its host.
Technically,
different
babies
species.
are quite parasitic in nature. They require
No, they're
they require
they're
your
progeny.
body,
So
that host in order to
so they're
AVP,
progeny.
Alien versus Predator.
I'm sure I've seen. I've been a long time. What about?
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if you ever like see how they insert themselves in the body and then like utilize you as a host.
Yeah.
Because they require your body.
Yeah, the thing that jumps out, it's not a human. Right.
So
Yeah, no, I just want to tell you, actually, people who have had abortions, there's actually statistics showing that the stem cells from the baby actually can help the woman with like heart disease and stuff. So there's actually benefits on having.
Yeah, it's
of course, there's benefits.
It's
So
not-
I wouldn't
it's
say it's parasitic.
not
because
parasitic.
That would be what is it? Like a
Symbiosis.
Yeah.
But it's actually not even that. It's just it's more akin to symbiosis because of the benefits for both sides.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's how every last one of us
Yeah.
came to be. They're not parasites. I never was a parasite. I was progeny.
Yeah.
I was the child of my parents.
So
Okay,
again,
I'm a
somebody
really
else
big
is
fan. I just want to know if I can have a picture. Because I
Sure.
watch your videos all the time when I'm at the gym or like at home.
You spoke the truth to her, and it's hard to do on a campus where denial of truth is like key to progress. So it's good.
Yeah.
So is there any reason that you guys are out here today specifically?
What's that?
Is there any reason that you guys are out here today specifically?
There's an abolitionist conference in North Carolina, and we just came out here for the day.
What's happening?
Huh?
Thank you. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Thank you. Y'all have any inclination to start an abolitionist group on this campus?